What if the biggest thing holding you back isn't your environment, your team, or your circumstances, but your refusal to take full responsibility? What if true leadership begins the moment you stop blaming others and start owning everything within your control? This powerful idea is the foundation of Extreme Ownership, a practical and deeply motivating book about leadership, accountability, and discipline. Written by Jocko Willink and Leif Babin, the book is based on lessons they learned during their time leading Navy SEAL teams in combat. But despite its military background, the message applies to everyone, whether you're leading a business, building a career, improving relationships, or simply trying to take control of your life. At the heart of the book is the concept of extreme ownership. This means taking complete responsibility for everything within your world. Instead of blaming teammates, bad communication, difficult situations, or external problems, you ask yourself one question: what could I have done better? This mindset is powerful because it shifts your focus away from excuses and towards solutions. When you blame others, you give away your power, but when you take ownership, you regain control and create the ability to improve. One of the key lessons in the book is that leadership starts at every level. You don't need a title or position to lead. Leadership is about influence, responsibility, and action. Strong leaders set the example through discipline, calmness, and accountability. The authors explain that when problems happen inside a team, leaders must first look at themselves. Poor communication, lack of clarity, and weak execution often begin with leadership failures. This doesn't mean leaders are perfect. It means they are willing to own mistakes, learn from them, and improve. Another major theme in the book is simplicity. In stressful situations, complicated plans often fail. Good leaders simplify instructions, communicate clearly, and focus on the mission. The clearer the plan, the more effectively people can execute it. Communication itself is another critical lesson. Miscommunication creates confusion, frustration, and mistakes. The book emphasizes that leaders must ensure everyone understands the goal, their role, and the overall mission. It's not enough to assume people understand. You must communicate clearly and consistently. One of the most inspiring concepts in the book is prioritizing and executing. Life can become overwhelming when multiple problems appear at once. Instead of panicking, the authors encourage focusing on one priority at a time. Calmly assess the situation, solve the most important problem first, and then move to the next. The book also highlights the importance of discipline. Discipline creates structure, consistency, and trust. Teams perform better when individuals follow standards and take responsibility for their actions. According to Jocko and Babin, discipline is not restrictive. It creates freedom and effectiveness. Another key lesson is humility. Ego can destroy leadership because it prevents people from admitting mistakes or accepting feedback. Effective leaders remain humble enough to learn, adapt, and put the mission above personal pride. Trust is another major focus throughout the book. Strong teams are built on trust and respect. When leaders take ownership, support their team, and remain accountable, they create an environment where people feel confident and motivated. The authors also discuss balancing leadership. Leaders must be confident but not arrogant, aggressive but not reckless, disciplined but adaptable. Leadership is not about extremes, it's about balance, awareness, and good judgment. One of the most practical messages in the book is that excuses solve nothing. It's easy to blame circumstances, but excuses keep people stuck. Ownership, on the other hand, creates progress. Once you accept responsibility, you can begin improving the situation immediately. What makes extreme ownership especially impactful is its practical approach. Every chapter combines real combat stories with lessons that apply directly to everyday life and leadership. The principles feel realistic, actionable, and deeply motivating. At its core, the book is about personal responsibility. It's about understanding that while you cannot control everything around you, you can control your mindset, your actions, and your response to challenges. The message is simple yet transformative. Leaders don't make excuses, they take ownership. And when you fully own your responsibilities, you become stronger, more capable, and more effective. So, if you've ever felt stuck, frustrated, or overwhelmed by challenges in work or life, this book offers a powerful shift in perspective. It reminds you that growth begins the moment you stop blaming and start leading. If this message resonates with you, consider listening to the full audiobook of Extreme Ownership. It dives deeper into these leadership principles with intense real-life stories and practical lessons that can help you build discipline, strengthen relationships, and take full control of your life and decisions.